This is the Stanley Cup playoffs on EA Sports. Son of Beast and Terry Crews here. This is the postseason of the NHL 25.
Hey folks, Lightbulb here, and I'm here again with one of my duos here with Test Tube again, and for commentary of the crew. Of course, you may have always noticed for. And one of our big takes in, as we also wish to welcome back in with our time back in the studio. And this time, Salvatore is joining us here for our special game, this one.
Howdy y'all. It's been like a great part of the year, every scene like this, but this is our second part of the night of the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs. I've never seen how it's going to change afterward, so I think that this might be the fun one to have it started.
So, as you may have already noticed before, Florida Panthers and the Ottawa Senators are the first ones up to start things here in Game 3. But this is it. Will the Panthers win the whole thing, or will the Sens knock and claim them down to earn its victory spot to head to the Eastern Conference Finals for the second time since they've already been playing it for the first time back in 2022? Will this be the win for Florida or Ottawa to get on board? We'll see you all later, everybody, for our post-game show right after this. And now for our next commentary cruise, I have Tyler Beast. He's also along with Roy Cruz. And the third is one of our big, amazing advantage, Willie. And the center ice to give a warm welcome over is Jay. We'll see you all later, everybody, as we are about to begin Game 3, Panthers and Sens, next on EA Sports. It's another matchup here back in Ottawa. Hi everybody, I am Tyler Beast and I'm here with my broadcast partner, along with the others of the crew, and this is Game 3 in Ottawa, as we're ready to start the first part of the night in Game 1 to start its night. Here we go as we're ready to get things started, and let's hope that there's a big change to get things started. As right now, Barkov will start in here, as Forsling will have it the other way. Has it again. Pass is broken up by Stutzel, and he'll have that one breaking out. It's one stop made by Bobrovsky. He'll hold things in. And as along with my other ones, I have it across here with me and Willie. And of course, the finishing with Roy Cruz. And the center ice will be Jay to give things off a start to see what we've got. This is going to be our big matchups here, and it looks like this might be the finishing that we've got it all. What's your stake there, fellas, and who do you think is going to win the third game?
Well, I'm ready to say now, I've got a great feeling right now. The Sens, I think that might be the end of it now because the Panthers are going to be moving on to the next round to head to the Eastern Conference Finals. And since they played it back in 2022 against the New York Rangers, it might be the big take here, and you might be seeing them come back in to make some finishings off their aggressions. The driving's just not really easy enough, and to do this, they don't have to play it out hard to get right into this one. They'll see how they can do to try and keep things out of their way.
Now Mikola will send it again to Kulikov. Here's Mikola's shot. This one starts off the first goal for the Panthers. Matthew Tkachuk able to have his first goal in the game, and this time Matthew Tkachuk has reached up to his 10th goal in the playoffs. This is the first time I've ever seen how this one is going to make. Now, watch what happened with this relentless. You see how this one changed? That was really the reflection, but he had that one deflecting in. Big Tipper is really passing over to Linus Ullmark. He made this one of a great first goal. This starts the impression for both teams. They were not really sure how that one was going to carry it in. That part of the first goal was knocking it in for Matthew Tkachuk, but he really did everything what he definitely can do to get that one important. Here's a set to Rodriguez.
Florida goal. They set goal on the playoffs. First goal of the game scored. What am I going to Matthew Tkachuk. This is the by number 77, Nico Mikola. And my number 7, Dmitry Kulikov. Time of the goal, 53 seconds. But Florida, Sunday, me, but that's serious and Torres scored Matthew Tkachuk. This is day per Mikola. E Kolokov tens la periode. E 53 secondes.
And then try to get over with a whip ahead. It may not be just hard enough that they would choose for, but hey, I've got a better feeling here for the Sens. They may just keep things going a bit. They'll just try to find another way to get that one tackled. Now, as you see now, Brady Tkachuk will have it the other way. Boberson with 18 minutes to spare in the first period. That shot saved made by Bobrovsky, and he'll have that one back over to Bobrovsky, over again to Lucic. Big rebounds here as this one rolls into Schmidt, as Shabbat pass over to Jensen. Jensen knocked it right toward the wall. A rebound by Walensky's. He has it over to get Lundell. Lundell passes to Walensky's. Walensky looks to Lucic. Lucic back to Bomas. That one broke it up. And it's Sanderson right in a way. He doesn't have the right strength to get over this. It's now Lundell. Almost went knocked down. And rebounded up for the Panthers. They're over now to Lucic. Stroking somebody down. Here's Forsling. Forsling shoots, he scores. Right toward for 2 goals in a playoffs game for the Panthers. Gustav Forsling has finally made his first playoff goal. He wasn't really able to get it off, but Gustav Forsling made that one with his own first goal in the playoffs. Just really what you're thinking about it now, and that's what they've really been doing this for. Now, that was what I was been not noticing how Florida Panthers were really wrecked it up. All that they did for realize, they just had that one, making it back in to change it up. I wasn't really thinking that this was going to happen. Unless this might have been harder, but they expected now. They really wanted to play it afterwards. Now here's the win as Ekblad has it again to Forsling. Forsling pass to Ekblad, and he'll send a deep pass to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe fires up and across around the net again to Reinhardt. Reinhardt. Pulls to Ekblad, has it again to Forsling. Forsling shot, it's been redirected off. Reinhardt will now swing it over, and here's
Florida goal. His first goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game. Score by number 42, Gustav Forsling. Assisted by number 27, E2 Lucic. And by number 15, 18 Lundell. Tapping the goal in the first period, 2:49. Then Florida team, Sunbeam, the series of the victorious. Scored in Gustav Forsling. Assisted by Lucic and Lundell. That's my period, 2 minutes, 49 seconds.
Here's a set to Mikkola as he rolls it over to Kolokov. He will find it over to Verhaeghe. Trying to back things out. Kolokov can't get it in there, and it's back over now again to Ottawa Senators. Back in the Panthers territory, Highmore. Highmore shoots it, stop made by Bobrovsky. He will have it again to Mikkola as he rolls to AJ Greer. And now Kolokov will find it again to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe stops one. Slows it off. Kolokov. Kolokov to Greer. And he finds Mikkola's shot. Blocker save made by Olmark. And he rolls it off back to Kolokov. Mikkola again. Save made by Olmark. AJ Greer trying to watch it in. And now it's Highmore. Sends it the other way. Swimped out. And now rolls to Giroux. Giroux stops that one. And as Bobrovsky will handle it out with another big save with only 15:22 remaining. Now as they're ready to prepare themselves for their next puck drop, 2-0 is the score, Florida. Bennett with the win as Schmidt will have it. Schmidt finds Walensky's. Walensky's looks over to Tkachuk. Tkachuk deep pass to Barbecues. Not offside, nothing to hear. You'll find Greg. Clevin gives to Tkachuk. Again to Bofferson. He has it now over. Right toward in the middle. Ahmed Russ pulling in right toward the goaltender. He didn't think that was going to be enough call if they could try to hang it out. Well, I wouldn't believe on that. That would really be almost impossible. This really ranged off with a nice on-goal effort. It wasn't easy enough what Brady Tkachuk was going to give it over to. Really, Greg really had something else to take care of it. The only line need to be better to be improving is how they're going to do this. Stop by Bobrovsky. stops that puck with only 14:31 remaining in the first period. Now they're rolling things in. 2-0 to score, Florida. The win. Here's a set-off with a shot snatch made by Bobrovsky. 14:29 remaining in the first period. Lodell wins the face-off as Ekblad's right toward the wing. He gives it to Bobes. Bobes knocked him down, rebound by Reinhardt. Here's Oshachuk, stick lifted by Aaron Ekblad and rebounded up by Bobes. He'll send the fourth lane, and he'll now have it over to Luosterainen. Has it to Bobes. Bobes, shot, chopped it off, rebounded by Jensen. Jensen gives it over to Reinhardt. Reinhardt, pass to Jabot. That one got big kick here and a rumble takedown. Man, he was really got in a little pain afterward. I hope he's limping. He looks like he'll have to try to get somebody to replace him. And with that, he's done. Yeah, I didn't really think I was going to be in it, but I really was feeling like that was unbelievable how bad it went. Didn't like that one at all. Icings on Florida Panthers, as well as Aaron Ekblad. He notices that Thomas Chabot is in a medical room. Yeah, he's really getting a little bit unswollen afterwards. And really what happens with Thomas Chabot, he really had that one, took a ping down right toward the ice. And he really was unshook, unsure what's going to happen. He just really has to get right into the medical box in the room. With Thomas Chabot still on bench, 2-0 score, Florida. Nearing a 13:30 as they win. Here's Sanderson on a shot going inbound and saved by Bobrovsky. And pass to Bikola. He'll find it over to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe pass to Barkov. Barkov swings to Kulikov. Kulikov shot off of Linus Ullmark and rebounded by Artemza. Here's AJ Greer. Fucking out of the zone. As Bobrovsky will now send it over to Kulikov. Kulikov finds over to AJ Greer. AJ Greer finds Nosek. Nosek over. Greer shoots. Snatch made by Ullmark. By Ullmark with only 12:50 remaining in the first period. A bit review here. I will have it across this J for Alexander Barkov. Thanks, folks. Alexander Barkov is one of our main captains that starts off with every part of the year with the Florida Panthers. The next thing that he does want to do is to get the All-Stars MVP. He really wanted to give that one a dedication to everyone who really wants to be here next. As you may have already noticed now, you watch on Barkov, you see how good he is. You just got to make sure that he's on a great line. Attacking offensiveness is not going to make an easy change. Back to you. Walensky finds Schmidt, and if Walensky shoots it, misses wide, and rebound by Shear, again to Walensky. He'll shoot that one in there. Dachovic, stopped by Sanderson, and rebounded by Kachuk. Brady Kachuk finding Bopperson. Bopperson shot, stop on the block by Schmidt. Kicks it out of the zone, and rebounded up by the Sens. Here's AJ Greer. Greer rolls around, trying to roll it out of the way. The rebound by Bopperson. He'll find over to Sanderson. Sanderson looks over with a fire range. Blocked the shot, rebounded up by the Florida Panthers. He finds Sam Bennett and rebounded up by good old friend Matthew Kachuk. He'll find Forsling. Now a rebound by Ekblad. He went down after it, forcing right over again to Reinhardt. Reinhardt, right toward the middle, step in, and he scores. 11 goals in the playoffs. That'll be making it 2 in a row for Matthew Kachuk to have it in. Man, that was really what they all could have expected afterwards.
They really didn't see how that one was going to change. Yep, you see what happened now? That one goes to Stutzel. He really believed on that. Big trade-off is not going to make it easy. They were really assured how that one was going to make a surprise afterwards. He would have been like, almost been like pushed out. Nobody's gotten hurt afterwards.
Now wing. Kolokov passes it over now, finding Nikolov. Nikolov passes to Kolokov. Kolokov passes over to Reinhardt. Right arm. In middle. Trying to save the bounding. Now finds Sanderson. Sanderson, Nikolov. Shot blocked. Rebound by Emidio. He rolls with a hit. And rebound by Kolokov as he rolls still over to Vector. Brady. You'll find Dylan and rebounded up by the team. Brady's got that back. Here's another one, and a shot has been redirected. Backhander saved by Oliver. 10:29 remaining, 3-0 score, Florida. Kicking off for the next puck drop, Florida Panthers have a 3-0 lead over Ottawa. Now it's a win, Hughes Jensen rolls that pass over to Jadon. And
Florida goal is 11th goal in the playoffs. Second goal of the game scored by number 19, after the shot. Assisted by number 9, Sam Bennett. And by number 42, Gustav Forsling. Time to goal in the first period, 8:50. Ora la Forte so Anzembi, Vanessa, Series, Eliminatores, Probati, Check, Assiste, by Bennett. At Forsling, that is not period. 8 minutes, 50 seconds.
Stays out of the zone. Rebound by Highmore. Rolls in. Big shot. He scores! Nick Jensen will able to have his first goal in against the Panthers.
This is what I really see about Nick Jensen. This is one of the first goals starts on for his first playoff goal. Now we're doing it over here after Highmore. Now it's really mixing it on, and that one just did not mean that he could be able to try and keep it in to get his own first goal. I wasn't sure how he was going to be able to make it in there, but he really got it all.
Despite the competition afterwards, Nick Jensen was really like having enough to get in there. That first playoff goal was a better start afterward, and I wouldn't feel like whipping out wouldn't be the better deal. Really have to be playing that goal like they did. Here's Clement, shot saved by Bobrovsky. Ekblad trying to kick it over, don't know where to go. He lost his hand, scores! Brady Kachuk! He delivers a big tipper. He rolls another one with a shot. That's another. That's his 7th goal in the playoffs. Doesn't seem like that. I mean, afterward, I was really giving that off to like Brady Kachuk had a little deflected and a tipper. Peter Bobrovsky looks like nobody was showing him the defense. Nobody's looking to give any attention afterward. Now here's the win by Sam Bennett. He looks it over to Forsling.
Senator.
Forsling sets over to Kachuk.
Let's go!
Kachuk trying to hold things on. Here's a set.
His first goal in the playoffs, first goal in the game, scored by number 3, Nick Jensen! Assisted by number 15, Matthew Highmore. Time to go the first period, 10:06. Nick Jensen sempre libre suas eliminatórias assisted por Highmore. Times that period, 10 minutes, 6 seconds.
Ekblad knocks the bunch out. Well, nobody's really liking afterward. I mean, this is really what they were expecting. Aaron Ekblad, they're just liking from the crowd. This looks like he was really like keeping it over, and he's way over the line. Top rated. Nobody likes him.
Center.
Rear shot saved.
Go!
You'll find it over to Aspicek.
His 7th goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game, scored by number 7.
It's wide.
Brady.
It's rebound by Panthers and Skakovic.
Assisted by number number 43,
Pass off to
Tyler
Belinsky.
Levy.
Looks to Reinhardt.
And by number 71,
Illusion
Ridley
is sent out.
Gray.
T-Hole look to Schmidt.
Time of the goal in the
Pass
first
again,
period,
Nosek.
10-29.
finding
Brady
Schmidt
Kachuk,
near Belinsky.
September, but it's
Shot.
serious.
Trying
Robert
to roll
Doris,
Reinhardt
assisted
on a
by
shot. Making
Kevin
effort by
and Greg
Albert for the big
Gosla
save
Periode.
by Omar.
10 minutes, 29 seconds.
Try to watch by Reinhardt, and he'll try to watch it out for an offside as this will stay back and put. Icing is on Florida Panthers to stop and play a bounding with only 7:50 remaining. Now they're ready to take off a notch for another puck drop in the Florida territory. As now with the win, here's a set, finding the pass open. Never looked by Stutzel. He'll try to find an open pass afterward with a chance in play, saved by Bobrovsky. Knocked him down really hard. Goes in again to Reinhardt. Right toward the middle. Backhander stop made by Elias Allmark. He'll hold things in with only 7:28 remaining. Now as they're rolling out to make another puck drop ready for both teams, it's a 3-2 game, Florida. Barkov wins the faceoff. He'll send it over to Reinhardt as he has to get to Kolokov looking to Mikola. Kolokov's shot puts it on, save made by Elias Allmark, and he rolls it off to Bofferson. Mikola stops the effort. Kolokov can't get to set things to go. As Reinhardt's right toward Wade. Pulls that one out. Finds over to Barkov. You messed that one up. And he will roll that one right over to the Florida territory. Kolokov will have that chance over. Now the deep pass to Reinhardt. Reinhardt gets pushed out. Looks over to Tkachuk. Rolls into Bofferson. And Bofferson will have it the other way. Rolls in. Easy zone. Stays out. And here's Bennett. He'll clear this one around the net. Trying to keep the play from going without being left out. Chabot's right toward the right wing. And he has that one trying to get over it. Big save by Sergei Bobrovsky. And rebound by Forsling, sending it to Kachuk. Kachuk's really like giving everything. What he really needs to know for now is that they need to change it in quickly to get that one good effort. Here's Rodriguez's shot. Try to make it in. Bennett takes that one out. Rebound by Rodriguez. Rodriguez's shot. Pick another save by Elias Allmark. Backhander. Glove by Elias Allmark. 5:52 remaining in the first period. They'll be able to have some next puck drop ready. Now for you, Jay, what's your take on here for Brady Tkachuk?
Well, my second is for Brady Tkachuk. He's really like saying everything that is possible enough to make a true Lentis great day. When he makes something really changing is with how hard, how strong, and more likely though, nobody's really like giving it up on everything that they really do for.
Now as the Panthers will continue their stride, he will have it over to Lustrainen. 5:30 remaining in the first period. Pinto, the pass to Perron. Can't get that one going. Boves, finding Stutzel. Mikola. And it's now right toward the middle. Trying to battle for the rebound. This one has stayed out. And now it's Greer. He will send it over to Lindau. That is the biggest monstrous on the hit. He almost made that one flying out. And that one would really almost buy him out. Here's a set to Mikola. Shot saved by Elias Allmark. Only 4:55 remaining in the first period of the game. A critical draw here, 16/15 shots on goal. Now here's the win for Stutzel. He'll have it over, now passing again to Highmore. Highmore chance, lost the effort. Rebound by Schmidt. He'll give it again to Belinsky's. Pass to Gakovic. Gakovic shot, save made by Elias Allmark. Here's set to Tkachuk. Rolling it in, trying to get that out. Back to Highmore. Here's Euro. Euro shot, save by Bobrovsky. 4:23 remaining in the first period. They'll stop him with only a 3-2 game. A lot of time up in this period. Still looking for that goal to try to end the first period. Now Florida wins the faceoff. Here's Smith. Over to Kachuk. Kachuk. Shots blocked by Chabot. And right toward the middle. Bad. Oh, what a kick out here by Elias Olmark. He made a lot of great sync on the pass percentage. Yeah, that's definitely like unbelievable. Taken in for some great chances. Afterwards, I was never seeing how that one was really changed off. Maybe there must have been one, maybe there must have been two. I could say that when you're doing for that, but hopefully the they will never change. Stop made. Oh, what a great stop here, and a great stop and contact run by Elias Olmark. He really had shown everybody to make believe out of him. He really made that one change it for all. Osmachuk shot scores! We are about down by one. Zach Osmachuk has made his first goal in the playoffs. Boy, Stephen made it on to that one. And the raging of this one is for Zach Osmachuk. After his first goal in the playoffs, he never got anything, as he really has made a great start in his first playoff goal. Osmachuk really has taken things in, and he really wants it all with that being finished to get that one a tie game. Now to win. Here's Sub right toward it, and he'll fire that one around net. Rebound by Forsling. Forsling passes over. Barkov looking up. On a shot blocked by Aaron Eckline. He'll send it over to Aaron Eckline, and he'll now give it over to Brady. Brady. Pass for that. Sanderson takes it over.
In the playoffs, first goal
Here
of the game.
remaining in the
Score
first
by
period.
number 38, Zach Ostapchuk.
Now rebound by Aaron
Assisted by
Eckline.
number 81, Adam Cadet. And by number 3, Nick Jensen. Time of the goal, 16:26 remaining in the first. Zach Ostapchuk, some period by the series for the Tourists assisted by Cadet and Jensen this la period. 16 minutes, 26 seconds.
Now a rebound by Seatzel. He'll hand it over again to Jura. Knocked over by Verhage. Barkov will set it again to Mikola. Mikola. Losing a shot. Wow, it hit the goal post. That rolled out and stayed out of the zone. That one was really like almost been like heart beating. Everything you would have mentioned before, that this one would have been it? No, it's not. That's a lot of time left to play in this period, but they have to like play it afterwards until they get this one straight. That's what you need to do to get it right in. Nicolas shot save made by the Solmark. Sanderson has it over to Stutzel. And Lustranen has to get into Boves. Boves pass to Barkov. He looks to Ekblad. And it's sent over now to Ekblad. Here's Mikola. Set to Boves. Boves with a shot. Chance in play. Pad. Kicked out again. Lustranen has it now over to Mikola. There's another one. That shot misses wide. Polakov sending it over to Polakov. Polakov's shot. Big save play by Mark Show. Sorry, to Linus Allmark. But there's not really much time to make it fair. Fair on this Valley really need to get that one big change. So they really have to like give it all what they got. You see, Sanderson was really like making this one mess up. The whole entire chain was really like been a hit. On a block shot, nobody's going to be able to get me a puck for you. Now the next take in for the Sens, they are on the power play. We're not even on a power play afterward. I thought we were. I mean, this would have been great to keep our plants in. A lot of plants have made continuations for, you know, like all with soil or with vegetables.
Last minute of play in the first period. Primary minute Pajori and Primary period.
I think that'll be fine. I'll just try to like give it all what he can. And this one rolls right toward the wall. We're down on our final minutes remaining in the first period. They'll stop in. Rebounded by the team. Triangle. And now here's Walensky, so he'll have it over to pass again to Kachuk. Kachuk fires it, saved by Olmark. 27 seconds remaining in the first period of the game. Now as they're set ready for our next puck drop, it is a tie game of under 30 seconds. Now to win for Ottawa Senators, here's Chabot. Again to Jensen. He'll fend it over to Cadet. Cadet looks over to Chabot. Chabot knocked him down. Greer takes it over and now find it over to Nosek. He'll take it clear right to our in his lane. And he's been tripped up and there is no penalty on Ottawa. Cadet now finds Ospachuk. Ospachuk right to our in the wing as he rolls it off. Right in the wing, trying to look for the shot, and this one turns it over to Gakovic. Therefore, we end the first period with a tie game between the Sens and Florida of the Panthers. 3-3. Second period's underway next after this. Welcome back, everyone. We are ready to start the second period in Ottawa. Ready to start for the puck drop. And we are back in ice, ready to go. Both players hydrated and the ice is refreshing. Let's get back in the game. I know you're saying this, Roy, but let's see how your thoughts are for the first period of how they did.
They were coming back afterward. When I really been looking at it afterly, that Tim Stützle, he made that one with a great offensive use. The driving ability wasn't able to make that one perfectionary. But until this happened, he really made that one a great change to change it all. I was really sure that this one really made that one a great start. After all with that, this one really made that one with a nice change. This big effort is really making that one go in. I never seen anything that was going to change out, but hopefully that this will keep it in for the lifetime.
Number 42 on Florida for tripping.
Forcing with the slashing on the trip. You know, it's not good to start afterwards. Florida Panthers are definitely not really starting at all, executing it right away. Down reaching is definitely going to make somebody hurt, and with that, this will be the lead for the Ottawa Senators if they get it in. Since the last part of the game, they've already been making its way over to make the extension lead. But the Panthers on the other side of
2 minutes on the tripping. Number 42, Lisa Forsley. Time penalty in the second period of the playoffs, 19 minutes, 22 seconds. Relante sulla Ferrete. 10 minutes sur la durée de Chambers 42. Tem sulla Relante, 19 minutes, 22 seconds. Sens are on the power play!
Sometimes the Ottawa Senators can be a lot hard and challenging. They don't have anybody with the restraint afterwards, and they need to do something with a big change. No concepts, it's just changing off ever since they were doing this. So sometimes you just really play hard, sometimes you just don't do it well. You need to get this one here straight to get that one to knock down a piece of straight ahead. Now Walensky's don't have anybody else. Lundell stops the pass, Mikkola sets it over, and he'll now find again to Luosterainen. Luosterainen! What a shot saved by Linus Ullmark. Rebound by Mike Amidio. A send it pass to Brady Tkachuk. Brady Tkachuk right in toward wing. He'll fire that one. Pat save made by Bobrovsky. As he sets it over to Aaron Ekblad, he'll clear that out. Fans are not appreciating afterwards for Aaron Ekblad. They really didn't think he wasn't going to make that one tight in to make that one someone hurt. Now when he acts towards his puck, the crowd start booing. They're not going to make that one feel energized well enough. Kicked out by Bobrovsky.
That was really like how hard I got.
Over the big gear afterward. There's no change to make that sub. It's blocked by Kulikov. He'll send it out of his zone back into Sens territory. Giroux now finding Stützle again to Kachuk. 10 seconds remaining for the Sens power play. Move around, can't get it to go. Lost that one. Brady Tkachuk can't get over it. And he'll send it out of his zone, and that will do for the Sens power play. That will be 0-1 for their team. Great job on the penalty kills by Alexander Barkov. He's looking to get his own victim to try to keep it out from the range. That one really makes that one really starting. And you know, this effort is not going to make it easy enough if they make the chain a lot harder. I know this is not really making it simple, but let's say this. If you play for Alexander Barkov, you just need to get your timing right in as a move. Otherwise, you're never going to get this one winning in until you have it out for the second time. This is really what they all expected now to make them play for at their moment. This is what happens with the Florida Panthers. They really don't have anyone to give that one currently like a big outtake, and with that, this needs to settle things in. This is a great demonstration for the Florida Panthers by the head coach to give that for example. Reinhardt right turn out of the way, sent it to Verhage. Didn't think he was going to set it in, but he makes that slapping in his own to shoot it right to the goaltender, and he made another come up with another save. Highmore lost that one. Bennett now swings to Tkachuk. Here's Matthew Tkachuk. Swings in, save made by Emilia Solmar. Polinski's has it again to Rodriguez. And that puck rolls out of the zone. That one sent back over to the Florida territory.
This really was making a mistake afterward. I mean, there is nobody else open. I don't know what's going to change out, but this need to give some harder chance.
Fires his shot. Save made by Linus Ullmark. Back to Aaron Ekblad. Kicks that puck over and rebound by Zub. Pass Rilla to Giroux. Giroux now finding again to Highmore. Highmore watching in zone, battling along the range for the Florida Panthers. Trying to stop that one. Puck is given by Gustav Forsling. Deep the zone to Tkachuk. Tkachuk holding out. Now he will swing the pass. Forsling shoots, saved by Ullmark. Ridley Gregg right turn the wing with only 15:35 remaining. Shot stopped by Bobrovsky. He'll stop it when nearing the 15-minute mark in the second period. Now they're ready to bring things on for the next puck drop. The teams are tied up for 2-3. And another pad save made by Bobrovsky. No penalty on Ottawa. Stopped by Bobrovsky. He really took a swing afterward, but he didn't want you to think he would do that afterward. Full pressure is on for Ottawa Senators. 56 over 47 hits for their team. Now's the win. Here's Kolokov. Off his way to Lundell, and he has it over to Bobets. Makes his way. Brady Tkachuk trying to stop on him. Trying to make him loose. Kolokov will reset it again to Mikkola as he sends it over to Lundell. Here's an over to Mikkola, trying to deflect it, but it was ripped off too short. Hamonic now swings to Clevin. Clevin now finds again to Ridley Gregg. Ridley Gregg right toward again to Brady Tkachuk. Brady Tkachuk in motion and inbounding for the rebound again. This one stayed out of his own by Bobrovsky. What a great save by the Florida Panthers goaltender. They keep that out.
Unbelievable. I never seen how that was going to change it in. But that really made a nice save to make the touch. That one was unbelievable. And he get it there.
Blocked up by the defenser. Shane Pinto in middle. Can't get it over this time. Bobrovsky stops that puck with only 14:30 remaining in a second. Nearing the midway mark of the period, Bobrovsky and Ullmark are reportedly one of the tight defenders of the goaltenders. They're not sure how this will play out, but this will be the main touch in to keep things going. Now here's Reinhardt. Slides it up. Oh, what a fancy move by Reinhardt! He got their team up for one. Sam Reinhardt enters his 6th goal in the playoffs. Unbelievable make. Now that's a sidestepper. You're looking at it after Sam Reinhardt, and he is right over toward in the middle. That's a good slick feed. Look at this Sam Reinhardt move. This cross balance made that one look easy. And this was a sidestepping. He didn't think he was going to make that in until on a defender, he really made that one in. That is a nice goal for Sam Reinhardt. And the Panthers cut their digits to tie to lead. Panthers are up by 1. It is a 4-3 game. He enters his 6th goal in the playoffs. First goal of the game against the Senators in Game 3. Now here's a video. He's right toward it again to Shabbat. Here's a shot range stopped by Aaron Ekblad. He'll give it again to Forsling, and here's Verhage. Verhage going for 2 more on a shot. Rebound, he scores! Alexander Barkov enters his 6th goal after Reinhardt. It's now a Bobrovsky rebound. Oh, he's really like him in everything. Look what happened there. That's what happened to Alexander Barkov. He was going to predict that it was going to be a good goal. Now you realize how this one is going to change in. That one's from Verhaeghe, and then Barkov, he whipped that one back in the net. And now the Florida Panthers have a 2-point lead over the Sens with a 5-3 game.
I've never seen how that happens with Alexander Barkov. He yoinked it back with the rebound, and he was really like getting all timed up.
His sixth goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game, scored number 13, Stanley.
But it looks like that's the team
by number
Senators
62,
really need to get another way to get through it.
and by number 16, Alexander Barkov. Time of the goal in the second period, 5:39. Got the left Florate. Suns examining the last test series eliminatories scored the Sam Reinhardt versus the Barbarinskis and Barkov against La Brianne. 5 minutes, 39 seconds.
This one stopped at the assault mark, and Chabot will now send it over to Goudet. Stop on the block and a dumping rebound zone back to Forsling. Forsling rolls it in now tight into the Sens territory.
Florida goal, his sixth goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game, scored by number 16, Alexander Barkov. Assisted by number 23, Carter Verhaeghe. And by number 42, is Forsling.
Here's Forsling.
Time of the goal in the second period, 5:52.
Stops it with only 13:09 remaining in the second period to get ready for another face-off. You might have seen that coming because Senate Beast is making its way, finishing off his party freakout featuring the BFDI and Insanity Tour of 2025. Plus, you'll be able to finish things up here with some one last scenes in for the change. That will be on July 13th still again. There will be no changing to this point as this will be a next new replacement to get things on the roll. You won't want to miss this one out with the party freakouts as all characters are back in town. Don't miss out your chance to watch things here for the newest SOB skit on Son of Beast. Schmidt now finds it over to Nosek, and that one was broken up. Here's Giroux. Giroux wiped him down, rebounded by Balinskis. Now that was something that happened with Balinskis, and this was not really the joke. Oh, what a goal! And now Gakovic, he takes his next goal in. They were stunned out. He had a fourth goal in the playoffs. I've never seen what the rebound happens with. Here's go Jonah Gakovic. That one is just tipped it in. And he just didn't get right near the goaltender on a preset. I mean, that was just right in there. And now the Florida Panthers, they've had their lead up by 3, and there's another goal that was going to take it in. He really shut it off anything. And with that, it's now turned to be like a big lead in the division numbers. Florida Panthers might be able to get into a shutout win and then move on to the conference finals. And then since 2022, they played against the New York Rangers. They may have to say is that, well, let's see if they can do it now. Because they never know. You never can play it like that. Almost went in, and it's rebounded by Flymore. Stutzel. Pass is broken up as Mikula now sends it over to Kachuk. Kachuk lost that one. Harmonic takes off to Stutzel. Stutzel fires it. Blocked the shot by Mikula. Kachuk has it over again to Kulikov. He rolls it off to Bennett. Bennett rolling in. Wiped him down. Fires a range. Winner rebound by Kulikov. Stopped by Lewis Omar. Oh, great chance by the Florida Panthers, but they still didn't get another goal yet for the Florida team as they've already been ripped behind. Now as they're set ready for the next puck drop, 6-3 to score, Florida. One-time Kulikov shot. Glove save made. Barkov trying to get over it. Now the rebound by Harmonic. Knocked it over. Rebound by Alexander Barkov. Kulikov shots stopped made by Linus Ullmark. 41 or 30 shots on goal for the Florida Panthers. They're trying to knock down there very quickly for the first Canadian team. But it seemed like that this one is the only American team to play against for. So they have to find a way to try to make them do it right. Exactly, dude. I mean, I just noticed that they were not playing it smart enough at all. And what they don't seem to care for, they're not pretty sure how that one is going to change.
Florida goal, his
Really
fourth goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game, scored number 12, Jonah
Never
Gakovic.
seen like this before.
Assisted by number 26,
They'll try
Judas
to keep the zones out.
Top of the goal in the second period, 7:23.
Force lane back
Brenda
into the
Lafuarte,
offense zone. You'll
Sam
fish around
Coutinho,
that.
and Sirius
Rebound
Torres
by
scored
Brady
to Jonah
Kachuk.
Gakovic. Assist
Here's
by
the force lane. He
Valdez,
hasn't scored
Stanley
yet for a
Puriovic,
second in
7
the
minutes,
second period,
23
but only
seconds.
one goal made in the first period. It's up finding Bapperson. Good take by Sam Reinhardt as he pokes it out. Ekblad now finds it to Reinhardt. Reinhardt sends it over to Lindell. Lindell finds it force lane. Here's the chance! 2-on-1! Fires! Stopped by Linus Ullmark. Verhage takes it off. And no penalty signalizing on the Ottawa Senators as they keep it clean. They're absolutely keeping it clean. They really have to try to get that one out. Nobody's been staying perfect afterwards, but this really will take in some big moments. Lindell has it over again to Schmid. And Schmid, no outside for the Florida Panthers. Boves fires a shot. Big save made by Linus Ullmark. Paul Reinhardt again to Aspachuk. He only has scored one goal in the playoffs as he finally makes his way in on the board for the playoff game in Bounding. Here's another one to Boves. Spins off. Knocked him down. Good stop on a Godet move. And this one will clear that zone out. Louis Walensky will have it over right behind the Florida net. And it's now sent it over. Rodriguez was able to take this one in, swinging back the other way. He has it now to Sam Bennett. Bennett can't get over it, and it's rebounded by Shabbat. Finds the pass to Godet. Here's Godet. Knocked it over. Rebounded by Bennett. Bennett. Pass off to Kachuk. Kachuk swings out. Rebound by Walensky's. He's back in his zone. Now the rebound by Highmore. Highmore now swinged it over. The pass is broken up. Reinhardt will send it over to Greer. Greer's shot. What a save by Bennett. What a glove made by Linus Ullmark. Spartacats loving this one with the wildest save. He wasn't feeling like, well, he's definitely disappointed afterwards with the 3 goals by Florida. He didn't want that to happen.
Not really what I could expect now. This really makes the maintaining Florida Panthers had that one flipping. Oh my goodness! Another goal for the Panthers. Great deflection by Jonah Gakovic. Let's watch it again one more time. Look at this percentage here. That deflection off right toward the stick and then banks it over to ricochet in the net. I can say that Gakovic is really getting his 5th goal in the playoffs. He deserved it. He really has shown everything, but he just had it all. And great pass here by Paulie McBrice. He's really selling the key in there to give that one a good look.
And now the replacement will be Linus Ullmark, as now Anton Forsberg will be the new replacement for the Ottawa Senators. He had a roughest night here, and he was not able to see how that one will change. If he misses again, this will be a replacement for the Ottawa Senators. Yeah, he's really giving back afterwards. And sometimes that Linus Ullmark, he really have been giving that one out of his way. His stamina's not really reaching in. He really can't play it like this after all. He really been fell down for his head. Here's Giro. Giro shoots, save by Bobrovsky. Knocked down by Nosek, and it's rebounded by Kolakov. He passed the midway mark in the period as he rolls it over to AJ Greer. Stops the puck. Nikola rolling in. He scores! Another goal for the Panthers. Now it's Nikola. He has taken it all. His first NHL playoff goal. Yeah, he's really giving it up. And Nikola, he's really setting it off to make that one a good hit. As Nikola was setting it over, you see now how it happens? Nikola was getting that first goal in. That one made a slicking, and he just passed right over by the goaltender. He wasn't sure how that was going to get there. He really felt well, it didn't happen at all. That one was the first goal from Nikola. He got a great contact hit.
Florida goal, his 5th goal in the playoffs. 2 goals in the game, scored by number 12, Jonah Gakovic. Assisted by number 7, Dimitri Kolakov. And by number 77, Nico Nikola. Time of the goal in the second period, 10:36. By the Florate, San Antonio, the last series of the goals by Jonah Gakovic. Assisted by Kolakov and Nikola. Is Puriovic Biryode, 10
He
minutes,
really can't get
36
off with a nice
seconds.
shot. In dilation, this happened with the defenders. He really had made enough slamming shot angle. He can get pretty hard afterward. He get that one and smacked down.
Here's Ekblad. Penalty's going to be on Ottawa, and that'll be it as the goalie's rushing toward the bench. You cannot play it like that. That one is going to make him someone else hurt. And this is what's caused the slashing on Michael Abidio. He's rushing into the penalty box.
Number 22
Not cool,
on
dude.
Ottawa for slashing.
You see how this happened? Mike Abidio, he's really like giving out, and he had slashed him up. That one is just reached out, and he just hit one of his defensive effort is not making it pointless. Don't play it like you do this the same thing. First penalty kill will be on Ottawa Senators, as that one with only 7:50 remaining in a second.
Ottawa Senators really are getting a lot of a huge
Ottawa sends penalty, number 22. Mike Abidio for a 2-minute slashing. Time of penalty, 7 minutes, 59 seconds. Avalanche, Luis Torres, numero 22, 2 minutes for Cooper. Temperature la penalty, 7 minutes, 59 seconds.
Here's Bennett's shot off the face pass by Anton Forsberg. Forsberg has got his first save of the night, and he gets it over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez now finding to Schmidt, looks over to Bennett. Bennett finds Schmidt. Schmidt shoots, stopped by Forsberg, rebound by Luosterainen. He's over now to Schmidt, finds Rodriguez. Shot, over deflection, it's off the wall. Rebound by Lundell. Rodriguez takes it over, and Luosterainen gets it out. And that one is broken out.
Florida goal, his first goal in the playoffs. First goal of the year. Score by number 77,
and right around the net will be Luosterainen.
Assisted by number 10,
Luosterainen deep the pass to Lundell.
and by number 7, Dmitry Kulikov.
Lundell
Time of the goal in the second period,
slips on the fake
11-19.
pass.
But de la Florete, some big in this last series of eliminatorias, scored a Mikko Mikula, assisted by Gear, a Kulikov, and La Periode. 11 minutes, 19 seconds.
Evan Rodriguez, he's right back the other way. Rolls it over now to Schmidt. Schmidt, one time Luosterainen, way up high. Rebounded by Sam Bennett. He stops his control and he can't get that swinging back in.
Well, he's really like getting that one swinging up. That guy on this play is really like giving the effort. He's not playing afterwards.
Sam Bennett has it again over Hagee. That one will clear that zone out. Nate Schmidt's right toward wing. Pass it over, now find again to Verhage. Mike Abidio's time's almost up. Barkov, right around the net, and rebound by Reinhardt. One time, Verhage shot, stop in, he scores! Carter Verhage, he beats the power play goal. They've got 9-3 game.
Now watch that time effort. Look what happened to this one. Right to BuzzFeed. Just 2 seconds on a power play minute. You really don't see how that take gets it over to Reinhardt. And that's Carter Verhage. He really wasted it up. Forward and backward, forward and backward. He really just turned it off to make that great pass go in. Now the Sens fans, they really are going to disagree on that with the American team. They definitely don't like that. Against the Maple Leafs, but like only the Battle of Ontario, he really had it all. Nothing really changed it in. Anything.
Here's Reinhardt. He sends it over to Aaron Ekblad. Rolls around the net and rebounded by Forsling. Forsling goes down, rebounded
Florida
by
goal,
Bofferson.
his seventh goal in the playoffs. First goal of the game, score on the power play, number 23. Carter Verhage, assisted by number 13, Sam Reinhardt. And by number 16, Alexander Barkov. Time of the goal in the power play in the second period, 14-7. But de la Floride, so Stanley, de las eliminatorias, se le joue de Virginie, Carter Verhage. Assisted by Reinhardt and Barkov, there's a period, 14 minutes, 7 seconds.
Shot blocked, rebounded by Nozek. Florida Panthers back in offense zone. AJ Greer right toward wing. Wings it out, knocked him down. Rebound by Zug. As Perron's right toward wing, he'll send it to Amidio. Amidio, never missed here behind the net. Here's Perron. Perron chance over the middle, good save by Bobrovsky. He'll send it to Kulikov, and he'll now have it around the net. And here's Gakovic, he'll swing it to Mikula. Knocks somebody over. Nozek on his way down. We'll try to slow it down instead of a rush. Aaron Ekblad's shot, not enough to get there. Rebound by Rodriguez. Aaron Ekblad. Shots blocked by Ospachuk. Ekblad watching on the puck going deep. And a rebound here for the Florida Panthers. Ekblad gets ripped around. And Goudet now sends Reinhart a chance. Big save by Bobrovsky.
Bobrovsky's really like giving all that time with energy. The timing down is really like a great way to get through it. All what you can do is make that field energizer to get the rush in.
Ekblad will now try to reset the group. Ekblad has it again to Kachuk. Kachuk. Right toward the wing. He'll fire that one around net to Sam Bennett. Bennett passes over to Belinsky's. Belinsky passes to Rodriguez. Rodriguez passes out. Rebounded by Aaron Ekblad. You'll take a swing. Sam Bennett can't get there. Rebounded by Zub. Zub finds a pass to Reinhart. Reinhart shoots it. Stopped by Bobrovsky. He'll cover it in with only 3:15 remaining. Florida Panthers with excitement. 9-3 over Ottawa. They're looking like they wanted to get to the next round to get to the conference finals. Do you think that this will be it, guys?
Well, I might say so. I mean, they beat the Panthers out. Nothing, but only that. Time did tell that Florida Panthers definitely made out with a great win. First round, they beat against the Lightning, and then the second round, they're about to beat against the Ottawa Sailors. They've really been like playing afterward. They really have to get off to the right timing again.
After a save by Bobrovsky, Schmidt will now send it to Verhage, and he's right down the other way. Here's a set to Barkov. He lost that stick, rebounded by Hamonic. Kicked it over. Barkov lost that one. Reinhart has sent it over, now finding Mikula. Kolokov. Tricky shot. Hit one of his teammates as Barkov will set a rebounding again to Mikula. Again to Barkov. Barkov fires it. Saved by Forsberg. 2:25 remaining in the second period. They'll be able to get their next face-off underway. Some last communication before the end of the second period. It is an extension lead for the Florida Panthers. Now as they win on with the face-off for the Sens, here's Hamonic, now finds again to Kachuk. Ottawa's back in offense zone. Greg Chance, back it over to Mikula. Blocks that shot, Mikula takes it off again to Lundell. Lundell fires that one around net. And now it's over now again to Mikula. Mikula finding Kolokov. Here's Lundell. Backhander right toward Forsberg, and you'll stop that in play with only 2 minutes remaining. Next on the line is the next face-off to be between Lundell and Stützle. Now the win for Lundell as he gets the Kolokov. He'll have it to Mikula. And there will be a smack hit here as it's offside being on Florida.
This is what happens when nobody is getting hurt. That one really based it up. That's pretty good job. You really got to drill into this great hit. And there is no charging, nothing.
Next rebounding in will be the next face-off to give between Florida or Ottawa. Another win for Florida Panthers. Ekblad will now send it to Boves. Back into Sens territory is Boves. Lundell's right toward the wing. Back outside Forsberg. Ekblad shoot deep. Left snatch by Forsberg. And this will stop and play with only 1:41 remaining in the second. Man, you can see that the Florida Panthers are absolutely having a fun blast. There's nobody in there. I mean, they could just feel like that, well, they could end this here and then move to the conference finals in the Eastern Conference Zone. They really wanted to win this one. And I believe that they might play against the Washington Capitals since we've seen them in the first round. Let's hope if they get there in there. Bopperson behind the wall, trying to kick it out. Out of the zone is now finding to Skatovic over to Nozak. Nozak pass over to AJ Greer. Greer fires in the other way. Forsling's got that back in and now finds Ekblad. Ekblad shot stopped by Forsberg. He got snatched up again. Only 1:12 remaining in the second period. Next face-off's underway between the Panthers and the Sens. Just 1:12 remaining. Now the win for Stützle. He will now have it to Hamonic. Hamonic can't get it to go. Matthew Tkachuk looking to get 11 this time. He's blocked up. Rebounded by Gorok.
Last minute of play in the second period. In area majore does la deuxième période.
Highmore sets the Giro. Stützle right behind the back to Giro. The rebound by Gustav Forsling. Stützle takes it back. Rebound by Rodriguez. Big hit. Aaron Ekblad on the rush. He's going to get after it. And he slashed. Oh boy, this is not turning to be playing like this.
Number 72, Ottawa. 3 minutes for slashing.
Out, and he's sending back to the penalty box. This is really not turning to be good afterward. I thought he was going to get away with this, but it looks like that is dirty. Nothing really stands here for the Senators. This gets another slashing on their team. So another penalty kill is on the Ottawa Senators, and the power play is coming on for Florida.
We'll have to be clear here. Looks like that 30 seconds is going to bring enough time
Ottawa
here.
Sens penalty. Number
Until
72.
they'll
Thomas
have to come back
Chabot
in
for a
the
2-minute
third
slashing.
period if they can get
Thomas
through
penalty.
to
32
bring it out
seconds.
and go for the
Tens
dub.
penalty
And then
numero
they'll get ready
72.
for the third
10
period.
minutes for
To set
Cooper.
things back in
Tens
action.
penalty
Hopefully they'll get
32
there
seconds.
just soon enough time.
Matthew Tkachuk right around the net for Reinhardt. 10 seconds remaining in a second. Gotta find a shot. Rodriguez, Schmidt, shoots! Stop by Forsberg with only 5.8 seconds remaining in a second. And they will stop here with only 1:33 left for the Panthers power play. Now as you're set ready for your next puck drop, Sens trail by 6. Florida leads by 6. Jensen knocked him down. Harmonic will send a Giroux, and that will end the second period. Therefore, the Florida Panthers keep scoring, and there's one more period getting closer to win the series in a shutout. Will this be a win for them? Let's see what happens with the third period coming up after the break. It's a win or win all for the Panthers. If they don't, then there will be Senators that will try to get back into this game. But let's hope that they keep back in for good. We start the third period as the power play continues for the Florida Panthers. Let's see how they do if they try to train in just the right timing. Alright guys, I know what you're saying now. This has been one of the biggest and baddest of how this turned out. Let's have your takes in here, Roy, of how they done for the Panthers.
Well, I gotta say now, this Florida Panthers is definitely like fighting back. It looks like they're one step closer to winning a series, so they've got to finish up with 20 minutes in the third, and then if they just don't get enough of that, they'll have to try to win it off to give it over to Barkov and their team for advancing to the conference finals. I've never seen how they do it before, but it looks like that they will have to push themselves to the limit to get to the final round in the Eastern Conference. They'll have to see about that if they can win it again. Well, I definitely believe in you.
You know what they say now? Florida Panthers has been one of the best dominant Florida teams that they've been knocking them through since we brought Nate Schmidt in, then Gakovic's turn, and then of course we got Aaron Ekblad, Matthew Tkachuk, Alexander Barkov, and there's a bunch of other great things that we're looking at. That Schmidt and their teammates are definitely hard to play for, but remember, this timing is just all they take. If the next team moves in, they'll have to finish things off to get on to the next step. Let's see if they can handle this one for the Florida Panthers to keep on with the block shots. Now Lundell will have it again to Rodriguez. 10 seconds remaining for the Panthers power play. Rodriguez's time is almost up. And Sam Bennett. Can he do it again? Backhander, stop me. Now we'll end the power play for the Panthers. It's a 1-2 game.
Well, they tried it with the buzz beater, but the power play, but they couldn't get it done. They really been kept out, and they were unsure how that was going to be beaten. Until then, well, they'll just have to try to work it off again to get ready for the next game.
Bofferson fighting again to Shane Pinto. Pinto stops and releases on a glove save by Bobrovsky. You'll find over to Kolokov. Man, Bobrovsky doesn't want to waste a lot of time afterwards to try to stop it in, but he really had a great season to start off in the second round. After the first round completion with the Destroyed and Lightning, looks like the second round that they chose it off to beat the Ottawa Senators by the Canadian team. he really had a fun night and just showing off that he can. It wasn't really easy enough without playing the Maple Leafs, but looks like that they played the Senators really hard. They just couldn't get done better without them. Indeed they do so. I mean, I know what you're thinking now, dear Tyler. Whatever you do for, you just gotta keep trying. Exactly do for.
I really do believe it on you there, Willie. Give everything when you can.
Now here's a sense for sub on a shot save made by Sergei Bobrovsky. Everybody in the crowd loves Sergei. For the Florida team, he definitely really had a hard time to get that one right in there. Carter Verhaeghe right toward the back. He'll find it to Mikkola. Mikkola send a pass over to Nosek. Here's Greer. Swing and misses. Shot blocked. Rebound by Reinhart. Here's a swing. Offer down to Godet shot. Save made by Bobrovsky. And now here's Gakovic. He'll now swing it again over to Mikkola. Mikkola pass broken up by the Sens. Stützle stopped him down. Aaron Ekblad has it over. Now find again to Mikkola. Mikkola again to Gakovic. Again to AJ Greer. Greer slows this down. Rebounded up by Mikkola. Here's a set to Greer. Shot saved by Forsberg. He'll stop it with only 16:26 remaining in the third period. Join us right here for the next game as we have our next matchup. The next scrimmage that we have it in is all you've been awakened for is the Oilers against the Golden Knights. My next commentary partners I have is James Sabalski, and he's back with Cheryl on the start of the next commentators for the team to give that one off to a great start. We'll see how this changes in with the next game. That'll be coming up at 8:30.
Number 5 from Florida.
Penalty's going to be signaling on Aaron Ekblad. He looks like he was tripped over, and I thought that it was Aaron Ekblad. I thought it was not him. I thought somebody pushed him right away, but I felt like, well, it didn't work out for him at the same time. It didn't seem like Matthew Tkachuk was in pushing. Like, he was a little apologizing over it. He didn't notice he was right in front. So, yeah, it looks like that was definitely going to make him somebody good on air.
Florida Panthers penalty number 5, 2 minutes for tripping. Time and penalty in the third period, 16-14. Penalty to Florida. Numero 5, that's minutes for triple check. Tom Sherlock Penalty, 16 minutes, 14 seconds. Saints are on the power play!
And Schmidt will clear that zone out of here. Full pressure's turned off for Ottawa. Now it's rebound by Giroux. Again to Bofferson and now to Stützle. Stützle watches his way in. That pass broken up. Tkachuk shot saved by Bobrovsky. Rebound by Bofferson. Blocker made by the save by Bobrovsky. Bolinski's kicks that one out. Barkov rages over now finding a Reinhart. Reinhart now swings it over back into Sens territory. Here's another one to Perron. He'll try to find a power play goal for the Bofferson and their teammates. Here's a set cutting play. Schmidt takes it out and rebound by Lundell. Another clearing attempt here for the Florida Panthers. They keep the lines out. Now here's another chance here to Reinhart again to Shabbat. Shabbat's right toward wing, and this one stopped by Kolakov. Lundell will keep it right behind the net. Mike Nvidia trying to work it off. He stops that one. Mike Nvidia again to Pinto. Here's Pinto right on his way down. Corner in. Knocks it with the big hit. Stop by Bobrovsky. It's back to Lushtarinen again to Kolakov. He was really waking it off, and he was just feeling like, well, he's not finished up. He really tried everything. He couldn't get this one straight away to make that finish. Puck rolls out the other way, and as now Bobrovsky, he'll now send it over to Tkachuk, and back to Bolinski's. 10 seconds remaining for the Sens power play. Forsling. In the middle, stopped by Aiton Forsberg. And now end the power play for Ottawa Senators. 0-2 in their range as they couldn't get that winning in. Yeah, he's really like unable to get that one keeping in. And he wasn't sure how that was going to bring it back in. You see, Florida Panthers, they've been knocking in some better behaviors. I don't see the point of this afterwards. They really have to try to keep things out. Don't make anyone feel unaggressive though if you get it right way in. Sam Bennett again to Aaron Ekblad. Ekblad looking for trouble. Here's Tkachuk. Passed over to Highmore is broken up. And here's Giroux. Giroux right to her lane. Pass outside. Chabot shots blocked up by Matthew Tkachuk. Rebound by Sam Bennett with 13:40 remaining in the third. He'll send it around net, and now again to Evan Rodriguez right toward wing and the wall. And rebound by Mikkola. Mikkola lost the effort. Tkachuk fires, saved by Forsberg. He'll stop that in play with only 13:27 remaining in the third. With our next game in the range, that'll be from tomorrow night. We'll see the rematch between the Stars and the Jets, and then later at 7, we'll get right over the other way as we have one of our big matchups to kick on in with our next action tape. You'll see the next matchup as we have the Devils and the Caps rematch again. That'll be the next game here at 7 p.m. And then after that one, we'll have it over the other side of our range for another NBA crossover on the playoffs to get things started for the second round. You won't know how this will change, but you will make things perfectly the right amount of way. Join us here for our next part of the games on Senate Beast. It's back again for another NHL NBA crossover to make the finishing look count. You will enjoy it too, and for everybody. Kolokov watching it offside here, and they'll have to get out of the zone, and now the rebound will be Ospachuk. Ooh, that one was playing in position. His timing was really like giving out. Gakovic. No smackdown hit yardage. Valensa's great hitter for Brady Tkachuk. And as Greer has it back to Nosek. Nosek pass. Knocked him down. Another hit by Brady Tkachuk. He's really like hurt. I think that Brady Tkachuk is really wanting to do this again. Yep, there you go. He stops that one. Smith kicks it back. And they're going to get over it. Here they come. They're about to fight. And this one is not when you're just doing it. You just giving that one with a crucial disrespecting look. I don't see how that one was changing in. That is really that bad. And you don't really do it afterward. Brady Tkachuk was making the biggest hit. That's going to make him big lead. And his fight is done. Wow. I cannot
Number
believe
92,
that Nosek
5 minutes
must
for
have
fighting
destroyed
for
that Brady
Florida.
Tkachuk.
Number
That makes
7,
him hurt.
5 minutes for fighting on Ottawa.
Yeah, I think this is a very bad idea. Brady Tkachuk, he is finished. He gets pissed off already, and now he's rage quitting. He's not really happy at all, so it looks like the day is done.
The wing for the Sens. Here's a shot. Blocked it up. Another smackdown for the Sens. And a shot stopped by Bobrovsky. Man, Bobrovsky showing up with some tightness range. He's like shutting down on the Canadian team. They really wanted to do it again. Sens on full pressure. They need to get back down 4 quickly before time goes wasting down near the midway mark. Now the win for the Sens.
Florida Panthers penalty and Ottawa Senators penalty. 5 minutes for fighting on number 92, Tomas Nosek, and number 7, Brady Tkachuk. Time of penalty on both teams, 12 minutes, 18 seconds. Relate de Florida and Relate Sens, numero 92 and numero 7. 6 minutes por la Sibatre. Temps de la penalty, 12 minutes, 18 seconds.
Hamonic chance to Bofferson. Bofferson slides back to Greg. Greg lost that one. Malinsky saves it over to Aaron Ekblad, again to Lundell. Lundell right toward wing as he gets the Boves shot, stopped by Forsberg. Great reach in the chain as we're getting closer to the midway mark in the third period. They'll get ready for another puck drop. A lot of time effort here on a timing effort for Florida and Ottawa. 11:20 remaining in the third. Now here's the win. Forsling finding the Ekblad again to Reinhardt. Backhander trying to put a rebound in. Oh, he stopped it. How did Forsberg get over the end and try to cover it up? He just couldn't see where he was going.
Well, you can definitely feel that now. Anton Forsberg is really like giving all over this place. He really wants to get over. He wants to try to squeeze it out of the way. He really felt like, well, I did see where puck was coming at. This one made a good clearing to get that one to stop that range in from scoring.
That one missed wide, and it's rebounded by Stützle. Stützle chance outside for the pad, stopped by Bobrovsky, and he rolls that one over to Aaron Ekblad. Has it over to Reinhardt. Reinhardt watching his way down. And over to Barkov. Reinhardt will now swing again to Alexander Barkov. He can't get there. Harmonic with the rebounding again to Giroux. 10:30 remaining in the third period as Giroux sends it past to Stützle. Stop made. Bobrovsky will hold it in with only 10:32 remaining. 9-3 to score. Florida up by 6. 75 over 87. 87 over 75. They were underneath their trailing behind as well down by 10% here in the game on the passing effectiveness. This really could get really hurt for him these days. This won't be the day afterwards if he really shows it off. Kachuk will now find a Rodriguez. Ekblad took a blocked shot afterwards as Forsling will have a regroup in. And now back to Brady Kachuk. Matthew Kachuk. He'll side a spin. And a send over now find again to Mikula. Back on ice is Kulikov. In range, Rodriguez. Here's the middle. Kachuk save by Forsberg. We passed the midway mark in the third. 9-3 to score, Florida. A lot of time left in the period, but as they pass the midway mark in the period in the third, 9-3 to score, and Ottawa Senators rebound its puck, and they're ready to take things on again. Perron sets a video shot saved by Bobrovsky. He'll now send it over to Kulikov as he gives it over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez makes his way down, right toward the right around the wing, and sets it right behind the net, and it's back to Jabot. The Sens are back in offense zone. Here's Mike Video with a shot missed wide. Right back to the Panthers. Greer will set it out. Rebound by the Sens. Over now to Highmore. Highmore shot blocked up and rebounded by Kulikov on the Panthers. Really got a great strain afterwards. Really didn't see how that one was going to change out. That really made that one with a great selection to give that block shot a chance. That one was way wicked on the wild shot range.
We're looking at it before, and Mikula was really like getting over this, and this one was really banging it out. And he's really like having a hard time to get over this. He's trying to rush it through. Maybe he could try to like get better at it. He's really trying to work it off, just trying to get off the defender. Sometimes it's a hard battle to get away from that.
Barkov wins the face-off. Walensky has it over to Bedrovich. He won't get it away at that point. Thomas Chabot right over now. In the wing sets the Zartans up. Giroux past the Stützle, shots blocked. Rebounded by Greer. Nate Schmidt now fires that one around. Never get the ball again. Walensky's. Giroux past the middle shot. Save made by Bobrovsky. He sets it back to Walensky. Now the Panthers will have it.
Clearing zone really must have had that one with a big rig. He really had that one stabilizing the target afterwards.
The rebound by Florida Panthers. And a center rebound by Ugas Walensky's. Ugas Walensky's haven't been able to get in there. They maintain their zone for Papasin as he now has to pass to Perron. Perron right toward wing. Has it across. Lustrana with the puck steal. Now the Panthers will have it. Florida back in the zone. Lundell shot off of Anton Forsberg. And it's rebounded by Perron again to Greg. Here's Lundell right over now to Aaron Ekblad. He'll send it over to Bovest. Bovest back to the enemy side of the zone. He'll kill some time often. Now finding the Lustrana. Lustrana hits it again at Forsling. Bennett shoots wide one and a big range on a canyon with another save by Forsberg. Rebound by the Senators. Here's Goudet. Tip that out. Can't get it over it. And that one clears the zone out of here. Here comes Matthew Tkachuk on the speed. What a save by Anton Forsberg. Rushing right toward an offense, and he just makes another safe stop. You've got to be believing on this one. Anton Forsberg is really making a good clear to get that one out of the way. What a great save for Anton Forsberg. With that skill accuracy, this motion had made it in Wolfwitz. Really didn't see how that one was going to change out. Matthew Tkachuk was really going to be able to get another goal. But hard times never pay it off. He's really going to get happy in there to give that one a good look. He really reached it off quickly. He got a nice effort to take it all for the goaltenders to make this a little match. Challenging is a little ahead of themselves, but they will probably get it clear enough to give that one a good going. Fires up on around net, finds it over to Barkov. Barkov right behind the net. He'll find it back to Gustav Forsling. Michael Emilio right toward the other way. Another passing to finish this. We'll send it around the net. Rebounded by Mike Emilio. Michael Emilio on the backhander trying to put it over Bobrovsky. Stop made by the Iowa Senators. Now Reinhardt will send it over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez right toward the way, now around the net. Mashes down right toward the wall near the net. Kulikov to Mikola's shot. Trying to hit off of Rodriguez. And Rodriguez will now try to slide it back. Puck sets out of his zone. Kulikov sets over to Reinhardt. Reinhardt. Dish to Barkov. Perrine with the puck steal again to Pinto. Shane Pinto makes his way through in the corner. And here's Shabbat shot. Save made by Bobrovsky. He'll send it to Pinto. Outside the range. Blocked by Reinhardt. Right over to Mikola after a man going down. Here's Verhege. He'll send it over to Barkov. Barkov pass to Verhege. That one rolls it out of the way, and it's Shabbat with the rebound. And the Sens are back in offense zone. Over to Schmidt. You'll find again Bolinski's. Bolinski's pulls that over now to Reinhardt. Reinhardt gives a swing over to Bolinski's. Stick lifted, good take for the Sens. Stopped by Bolinski's, and now Reinhardt will have it. Taking rebound, timing is a little way off, and now it's rebounded by the Sens. We passed the 5-minute mark, presented by Discover. Reinhardt again to Bolinski's. Reinhardt lost that one. Rebounded up by Gregg. Now Ridley Gregg makes his way in. Can't get over this one. Reinhardt sends it deep to Lusterinen. Lusterinen stops that puck in. Send it around the net. And rebound by Schmid. Schmid again to Reinhardt. Got poked it up again. Lusterinen tried to watch him out on a big hit. Giroux, pass broken up by Lindell. He's good enough to Boves this time. Boves gets knocked down. Rebound by Artem Zub. Kicks it off. Rebound by Reinhardt. Backhander. Put a rebound in. This one is blocked up by a defender. And back to Reinhardt he goes. Just about 4 minutes remaining in the third. Boves gives back to Stutzel, and now Zub will have the change back the other way for the Sens.
Sens really like giving afterwards. This really makes it after affecting the light change. Really might have been turning out to be like almost been like bunched out. There's like a bunch of grapes afterwards. They gotta start clearing things out more.
He'll fire it again, now finding to Greer. Greer sets to Kachuk. Glove save by Forsberg. 3:37 remaining in the third period as we're nearing it closer to the final 3 minutes. And over to center ice, I'll have his Jay. Who do you have the best players here in this part of the game?
Well, I gotta say now that one play doesn't have it all, but the relentless great energy really had shown it oftenly. Timing's just right, but I say that...
Number 43 on Ottawa, 2 minutes for slashing.
But one problem is, with the big fight, you really think he wasn't happy enough with this effort. So with that, I've always had to say that Brady Tkachuk really had a great season, but his time will tell. The next season will bring on to the next game of his career.
After a penalty given by Tyler Clevin, they're now on the power play for the Panthers.
Well, that's
Ottawa
it.
Sens
Looks
penalty.
like that is already
Number
been
43,
given up
2 minutes
already.
on
The Sens
slashing.
are up
Tyler
against
Clevin.
it, and they're
Time and
not
penalty
playing
in the third period,
afterward.
3 minutes,
They left off the
33.
mark, and
Sens
they couldn't get a
penalty
job
number
there
43.
done.
Don't
They've
forget
really been
Cooper.
like banged out,
Penalty
not
la
playing so
penalty,
well.
3 minutes, 33 seconds.
Here's Amonic now finding Amedio. Amedio, right in the range. Back behind it for the shot stop made by Bobrovsky. He tried to shortcut a goal, but he still couldn't get it in there. That was really like unnecessary. I don't think there wasn't any clear message in to send it in with a shorthanded goal. That one really like raced it all over in the range. He wasn't sure how that was going to change it off. 10-11 over 4:29 for the time on attack for Florida Panthers as they're under the 3-minute mark in the third. Not a win for Florida. Here's another one to Aaron Ekblad. He'll have to try to regroup it up. And now this one will get back to Verhaeghe the other way. Verhaeghe right behind the net. Send it over to Ekblad. And now he will send it to Reinhardt. The rebound by Aaron Ekblad. And it's back to Artem Zub. Zub will clear things out. Chabot will clear it out. And it will chip it around the net. Florida Panthers back in offense zone. He sends it to Kachuk. Kachuk escapes the spill. One-timer stop made here by Arton Forsberg. Parkov, shot, blocked up by Chabot. Chabot will try to clear this out, dump it out in his zone, and rebound by Aaron Ekblad. A lot of fans are hating on this one. They do not like Aaron Ekblad. Yeah, they really are hating this, and that's what happens. You don't get that one a good chance. This shot really gives that opportunity for Aaron Ekblad. He really had that one to make that one disrespect the whole team, but this time it won't happen again. Because this team, as the Panthers are moving on to the finals, this will be the end of it for anything. Sam Bennett right below the net, and a power play's over for Florida Panthers. They would definitely have a lot of change off here, but they won't need a shot on that range because they've been killing off with every shot of the game. That is a big killer.
You're telling me no. When every big killer doesn't make it in there, and that really changed it up. Every time this happens, this won't get enough range in because the Senators really got beaten up. And that was the end of their season. They didn't think there was going to be enough change to keep it all for good.
Lundell shot off and blocked up by a defender.
Last minute to play in the
Chabot
third
right to
period.
the other way as we're passing the final minute of the third period. Brady Kachuk send it to Sutsa. Fires a glove save by Bobrovsky. Will stop it with only 51.6 seconds. With that being said, the Senators have finished their postseason advantage. After advancing the first round against the Maple Leafs, they end the second round as the Panthers move on to the next round. They're heading to the conference finals as they will be awaiting the team's venture next between the Capitals or the New Jersey Devils. Here's Kulikov finding again to Matthew Kachuk, and he's stopped up by Bofferson. He'll send it over to Brady Kachuk. With a big change by Gray, big blocker stop made by Bobrovsky. He'll send it over, hit off his teammate, and now rolls to Rodriguez. And he has been rolled right down toward it away. It looks like we have to give somebody else back out there. He really locked it out.
Yeah, I don't know what they did. It looks like that somebody must have been hitting. I don't think they don't like it afterward. They really think well, no one's going to go for it.
And that's going to do it. Florida Panthers.
And that's going to end the game. Your final score, Ottawa Sens 3 and Florida Panthers 9 in game number 3 of the playoffs.
That's a big effort on their shots. Now that Florida Panthers are moving on to the conference finals, there will be awaiting the team, and they're going to take the
Sens fans, thank you for joining us for our postseason advantage. And we look forward for you all to head back to next season and come back to fight for us with the Sens and get a great seat at the Canadian Tire Century.
Thank you for watching the first game of the NHL of the Stanley Cup playoffs. So long in Ottawa, and we'll see you all next time. Have a great night. All right, thank you guys very much. Third star starts Alexander Barkov with 1 goal and 2 assists with 9 hits. Only with this rebound had made it in passing to Allmark. Second star player goes to Sergei Bobrovsky with 59 saves, and he's dialed in on a superstar energetic. And your first star player of the game goes to one of our big tape favorites, Anton Forsberg. He never made his first star debut to make his first star player of the game, but he finally did everything with Anton Forsberg. It seemed like it was all a change, but nothing changed here.
Well, they all say now Anton Forsberg was really giving all that he does there, partner. This really made that one a great chain to have that one anything. And now that the Florida Panthers have won their winning series on a shutout, they are moving on. Conference Finals is the next stop for Florida.
Can't wait to see what it is now. So I can't wait to say now that Florida's heading back since 2022 got a first season. Yeah, you more than know you know for. It's what happens with Florida Panthers. They hunger down the Sens by the Wildcat. And now that Stanley is ready to wait for his next victor to get ready for a next matchup. Here's how I did with the total statistics. 84 over 62 total shots on goal for Florida. And it was 123 over 85 gets by Ottawa Senators with the big tack down. Then 1046 over 435 time on attack for Florida Panthers. 88 passing percentage over 74 for Ottawa Senators. And it was 37 over 28 face-off wins for Ottawa Senators. 11-minute penalty kill was on Ottawa, and 9-minute penalty kill was on Florida. They made one power play goal with 5:58 and no power play goals with only 4 minutes. So with that will conclude our first game. Yes, sir! We'll be back with the second game as we get ready for the Oilers and the Golden Knights. We'll see you all later, everybody, for a second game. If you're joining us here, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with you shortly. We're wrapping up the first game so long in Ottawa, Ontario, as the Sens will be back for next season, the capital of Canada of the lifetime. In the meantime, we are wrapping this up. Take care, everybody, for a while as the NHL 25 on EA Sports of the Stanley Cup playoffs. This is Test Tube along with Lightbulb and Salvatore. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
If you don't, somebody will.